Leslie Marshall is with us, nationally syndicated talk show host. Leslie, is this how you do politics amongst leftists?
This is how politics is among every politician,
Is it
Stuart.
really?
Let's be honest. Marco
Is it
Rubio.
really?
Yes, Marco Rubio.
Really?
Yes, Marco Rubio.
I don't recall any Republican First Lady turning on a dime from contempt to a love affair. Do you?
Well, I really haven't seen, quite frankly, some of the first ladies out and about and as vocal for candidates as we've seen Michelle Obama in this election cycle. But when we look at candidates such as Marco Rubio or Ted Cruz that have definitely done, some would say, a 360, a complete turnaround with regard to Donald Trump. And we certainly have seen people on the left like Bernie Sanders do a complete turnaround on Hillary Clinton. It's not surprising Michelle Obama's husband was running against her. He is not now. And they have formed a friendship when she was Secretary of State, and they had a relationship when she worked under her husband. This is not surprising, and this is politics as usual, whether left or right.
No, I think it's politics as usual on the left, but that's another story. Here we go.
No.
The email dump, another one, reveals that John Podesta and Robbie Mook were unaware of the size and scope of Hillary's private email server. And by the way, recent Fox polls show that 67% of voters say Hillary is not trustworthy. But back to this secrecy thing. What's going on within the campaign that the two top guys, John Podesta and Robbie Mook, didn't know what was the size and scope of the email scandal?
Well, I think, first of all, because it wasn't considered to be scandalous by the Clintons, and therefore she wasn't sharing that with the staff. And I think we would have seen more of that in the emails if they felt that way. Secondly, I think it's very common for people at the top in any campaign not to share necessarily 100% with their campaign staff, especially if you were at the level of Clinton's or even of Trump's.
Okay. What about the $116 million Bill Clinton has made personally through his connections to the foundation and his connections to his wife as Secretary of State? You think that looks a little bad?
I honestly do, but here are a couple problems that I have. One is, Stuart, I have a problem with the source, which is WikiLeaks, Julian Assange, which allegedly Russia is providing the hacked information of the emails. I would have more respect for WikiLeaks if they were dumping emails on both sides of the aisle here. Secondly, I've said, have an investigation.
Do you deny that those emails were written?
Well, I don't know if the emails were altered, and I certainly know that I'm not seeing the full context of all the emails. I'm not denying they were written.
So why don't the participants deny it? I mean, if Doug Band did not write the 12-page report which reveals the $116 million, if he didn't write it, if it's been altered, why wouldn't he say that?
Well, first of all, I think if you speak to a source like WikiLeaks, whether you're a Clinton or not, you're giving them more validation and you're giving them more credibility.
So we should ignore it?
And I think that's what the Clintons have to... No, like I said, I think there should be an investigation, as there is into the Trump Foundation, into the Clinton Foundation. And if Hillary's elected president, I don't think she or Bill should have anything to do with the foundation, because she would be president and he would be first man. And I think that would be a huge conflict of interest.
Do you like the way it looks? Seriously, $116 million. Do you like that? Come on.
I don't like the way it looks, Stuart, but I know the reality of how things work. No, I know the reality of how things work.
The Wall Street Journal, Kim Strassel, says today, uses this expression, they are the grifters in chief. I
don't agree with that. I do know that it is common in charitable organizations or any organization. Look at sports figures. Somebody might say, well, I'll put a little bit more money in if you can get Kobe to show up. That's very common. People are uncomfortable with this because it's the Clintons. And like
peddling.
I said, I would like to have an investigation to have all of the facts.
That's what it is. All right, Leslie. Thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate it. Thanks very much. Now.
Thank you,